Today I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about farming in Osu. If there's one thing that's absolutely essential to know, it's that your rank is directly related to how good you are. This is 100% fact, and nothing you do will ever change that. So what if your friend gets a higher score on a harder map? Does he have an FC on Kira Kira days? Didn't think so. Your number is higher, therefore you're obviously the better player. So, how do you exit the Osu beta male stage and become an alpha gigachad who only obtains the finest of 30-second jump map scores? Step 1. Whatever your profile picture is right now, it's irrelevant, and it's going to need a bit of a change. That's better. It is scientifically proven that having an anime girl icon increases your reaction time by 16%, so we're going to want to make full use of this information. Next, you're going to want to ditch your fancy, nice-looking skin in exchange for an old Cookie Z, Rafis, or Vaxei skin. Using one of these skins is absolutely necessary if you wish to push your limits, so I suggest deleting all other skins in your folder. Once you have switched to your new identity, it's time to introduce your new best friend. You're going to want to head over to the website osu-pps.com, link in the description. Here you will find a list of the most most PP potential maps in the game, which were ranked by an advanced algorithm. These will allow you to find the perfect maps for you to begin your grind to rank 1. You're going to want to filter the maps to fit your needs. Many people will want DT maps, others will want Hard Rock TV size maps, others are looking for longer consistency maps with less of a diff spike. Anything goes as long as you play into your strengths. You will want to download as many maps as physically possible for maximum available maps that are able to be farmed. Once you have a solid selection, you're going to want to put all of your newly downloaded maps into a collection where you can easily access and change them. Next, we're going to talk about how gaining PP actually works, but before we get into that, first, a word from today's sponsor, Sotarks. By using Sotarks' maps, you can have access to hundreds of new PP farm maps. Sotarks is a world-class mapper, dominating the competition by consistently having the most plays on his maps compared to his competitors. It's simple. All you have to do is click the link in the description, scroll down to the ranked beat map section, and download as many as your heart desires, and see your PP skyrocket to new heights. By using code POLARS at map download, you can get 15% extra PP off of any scores set on a Sotarks map. Let's get back to the video. So, how does gaining ranks in Osu actually work? Well, Osu keeps track of your top 100 highest PP scores, and weights them by order of highest to lowest PP. Scores in your top 10 will be significantly higher weighted than scores in the bottom 10, meaning that more of their value contributes to your total PP value. You might be asking, Polars, what types of maps should I be playing to gain the highest amount of performance points? Great question. Here is a normal map with a balance of jumps, bursts, etc., which is about 4 minutes long, and an SS is worth 372 PP. Here is a jump farm map with no special patterns and is 1 minute long. An SS is worth 392 PP. Here is a long tech map with very difficult rhythm complexity, long sliders, bursts, short streams, and sliders that are faster than the speed of sound. An SS is worth 12 PP. Now that we know what you should be playing in order to maximize PP gains, how should you go about implementing this into your gameplay routine? Well, I was just casually browsing the Osu forums, scary I know, and I happened to notice this locked forum post with the title, "Finally," in which the player writes, "I started playing Osu yesterday, and got an SS finally after playing for 500 tries. I thought, this dude is capping, there's no way he actually did that, what the fuck? This dude literally played one map 500 times in a single day. That is dedication, and if you want to maximize your farming gains, I suggest taking some pointers from this 7-digit. But before you dive full force into your farming habits, there are a few quick disclaimers that I would like to share. First off, just because you are playing for only rank to the point where nothing else is important does not mean that you should neglect accuracy. Accuracy makes a drastic difference on your overall skill improvement and the amount of PP that you'll gain from your set scores. This is actually what matters, let's be honest. A score with 238 PP for an SS is worth 158 PP for 90%. That is a drastic change, so you should be aware that accuracy matters a lot and exponentially becomes more important the higher your AC is. Secondly, it's important to understand why you are here. You are on a journey to become number 1, and nothing is going to get in your way. Make sure you eliminate anything that hinders your ability to play the game. Here are a few examples of situations in which your ability is negatively impacted. Are you in contact with the sun regularly? Have you touched grass in the past 30 days? If the answer to one of these questions happens to be yes, then you are severely lowering your chance of success when trying to reach your OSU goals. Have you engaged in social activities with anyone outside of a household, workplace, or school recently? Have you had any form of physical contact with a woman in the past 60 days? Okay, let's not get too ahead of ourselves, we're OSU players here. If yes to any of these questions, you may be at risk of developing a disease known as a social life, which is a severe infection for OSU players which can result in extreme cases of fatigue and sometimes even death. It is healthy to shut out everything and everyone from your empty life in order to focus on achieving your OSU goals. It should also be noted that the younger you are, the higher probability of success you have when reaching for a goal such as becoming an OSU God Gaming Warlord. Starting OSU within the ages of 11 to 15 is ideal because of the way your brain becomes less malleable as you age, which means that you will less intuitively adjust your hand-eye coordination. Remember that when asking the question, why are so many people better than me? Always blame age and genetics. As you progress as a farmer, there is an inevitable truth that you must come to terms with. It is that, without fail, about every 6 months a new PP rework is pushed into the game, which slightly changes the way maps are processed and changes the amount of PP that certain plays give you. This will leave you wondering, why did they nerf jumps again for the 8th time in a row, as you see that your graph has now shot straight down and you've lost a few thousand ranks. This may leave you feeling distressed and downhearted, but do not fear, as with enough dedication and practice, you certainly can attain what was once yours and push your boundaries even farther. Just for them to rework the system again and for you to get pushed back down at the same spot you once were. And with that, you are now an expert on farming within OSU. One of you better take over Imrek, I swear to God he needs to be dethroned. Anyways, thanks for watching and I'll see you guys later. Now get off YouTube and go blast anime music into your ears at dangerous volumes or you won't gain any PP.